everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two teams here looking to...
Larry, we are about an hour's drive southwest of downtown Boston in the area known as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium, here in Foxborough. Today, it's week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got... And look at this. Right away, a loose football between the Houston Texans, so they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And the New England Patriots. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Every time I see a hitch pattern dropped, I go back to the combine because there's a drill that they use all the time that's called the gauntlet drill, where a receiver catches the ball and just works his way straight down the line and catches it from different sides. And the problem with that drill is that you don't actually have to secure the catch. You just kind of catch it, drop it immediately, and keep moving. And sometimes that shows up on plays like this.
The offense got the ball in a good spot, but they went nowhere. They settled for three.
Brandon, I think it's safe to say that was a major disappointment. Had a great opportunity, excellent field position, and did not be able to move the ball at all. Big-time letdown.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. And they'll run it here. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
They got a completion there, but that's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, hey, take 1 or 2 yards, we're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. And the linebacking core could certainly be crucial today.
They do everything really, really well. Fly to the football, defend the pass, you name it, they do it, as well as set the defensive front.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Back to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Their big tight end with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Now the extra point.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Look at the time. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for New England. 41 yards.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down, New England.
Whenever we meet with coaches, and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
1 quarter in the books. 7-3 the score. And we'll return to Foxborough after this. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
And making their way back out there now, the Patriots defense. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Out of the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky, preach. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. A good pickup there, a 22. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 3rd and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. And he is going to lose yardage here. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
They might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. In there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down. It gets a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
They'll drop to throw, finding time. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, it definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
After reviewing the play, the line on the field is reversed.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll come out throwing here. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. He's got time. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense.
Here we go. Blue 90.
They'll set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now you got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Surveying the field, finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come up in an offset eye. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And now out comes Houston. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, you see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans defense heading back out now, ready to get their cracks again. And they got to be feeling good about forcing that long missed field goal the last go-around.
And you know what upsets a kicker more than anything? Is missing a kick they think they can make and feeling like the other side believes that they had something to do with it. And it doesn't matter to those guys on defense. I know. They're taking full credit. Yep, we forced him into the miss, and they're going to ride that confidence the rest of the way. We'll see if the kicker's able to get his confidence back as well.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided... Hey, Charles, give me water. Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. This fielded at the 2. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
All right, here we go. Boom, land it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Try to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there, making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Time to tighten up the seatbelt just a little bit, partner, because that was a safety that crashed in there and made that play behind the line of scrimmage. How about that pursuit?
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And no doubt, this is what you call a bounce-back game from a week ago.
And absolutely zero surprise, don't you think? Think about our meeting with the coaches. I mean, all they kept talking about was, well, you know, if you had a bad game last week, it won't happen again. Right. There won't be 2 in a row. We'll bear the brunt of what happened from the week before.
Yeah, they were giving us all the cliches, hoping he would right the ship, and he has. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. They'll look to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners.
Back now in Foxborough. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They come up in an offset eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll set up to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Their big tight end, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Patriots coming out now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 7 yards on the play, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Here's the option going right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Well, now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming.
Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to battle his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop them. That's just great theater.
And they'll go on the ground. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And this Texans defense stands tall. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? The offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, we saw him struggle last week. We're seeing him struggle again this week. We talked about it after last week's game, the type of coverage he was seeing. I think I'm seeing very similar blueprint.
That's what I was going to ask you. How often, when you see this back-to-back weeks, is it a defensive coordinator saying, hey, I'm just going to steal what that guy did?
And that's the best way to go about it. Don't try and become original each and every week. If it's working, use it. Put it into your game plan until they defeat it. And so far, that hasn't happened. Excellent coverage, knocking him off his timing. He can't get into his routes the way he wants to. And so far, the defense is winning.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make someone miss in the open field. And coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll drop the throw, and he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Shift together here from the D-line. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. No gain on the screen there at second down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Looking to throw, and that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down, but things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
Touch it now, Barney.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he bangs it home. It makes it now 35-13 our score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Charles Sims, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end.
My second body cost a lot. After I bought it, I just want